Please administer the oath first.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this inquiry, Your Honor? I do. The oath has been administered for the resource persons, Ms. Rabago, Mr. Tenido, Attorney Sanchez, and Ms. Villa del Rey. However, Attorney Emily Torrentira refuses to take her oath.
You should, before talking, you should take your oath. Because that is on record. You're a lawyer. You know that. You cannot speak unless until you take your oath. That's the rule, internal rules of this House and this committee. You cannot speak unless you take your oath. To escort the good attorney outside of this room. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Seconded.
There's a motion to excuse the good attorney from this room, which is duly seconded. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion is carried.
Mr. Chair, if I may respectfully request...
You're not, you're out of order. You're not recognized.
Sunshine Parda and Edward Parda, are we going to disregard their excuse letter, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, if I may.
Yes, Congressman Dan.
Of, Chairman Acop.
You're recognized.
Mr. Chairman, medyo panay worrisome na itong mga excuse letter that we are being accepted by this committee. I think they have a new scheme being employed by the resource persons. Before, sila yung mga nagpapa-hospital, sila yung nagbibigay ng different excuses. But this time, we need to validate this excuse of Miss Attorney Zuleika Lopez. As much as I wanted to believe her excuse, no? But I think yung pong aunt niya that is living in the United States can possibly stand on her own, especially the healthcare system of the United States. And the testimony of Zuleika Lopez is so crucial on this investigation. And if we were going to allow this excuse of her, then other resource persons might follow, no? And we're also running out of time because come December and January, we won't be able to conduct hearings anymore. So I think, as much as I wanted to agree with the humanitarian reason that being employed by this letter, I think let's not accept this letter anymore, Mr. Chairman. They can always run. They can always run. But they cannot hide anymore, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Congressman Dan. Deputy Speaker, J.J. Suarez.
Actually, I am also one with the position of Congressman Fernandez, given that the committee has already exercised patience and understanding in these resource persons. I mean, wag din natin kakalimutan, Mr. Chair, na mga public officials po ito. Trabaho po nila yung umattend, dumalo, para may paliwanag kung paano ba nagastos yung ilang mga pondo na pinag-uusapan po natin dito. However, in the same way, Mr. Chair, when I was reading the letter of Attorney Zuleika Lopez, ang nabanggit niya po kasing dahilan doon ay ipinapakiusap ng kanyang tiyahin na makasama siya habang nasa ospital sa ibang bansa. At lahat naman po tayo, may mga pamilya po tayo, because of humanitarian reasons and you know, maybe we can extend a little bit more our understanding if my fellow committee members would accept my explanation. We can accept the letter of Attorney Zuleika Lopez, but only until our next committee hearing, Mr. Chair. Dahil Ako naman po ay reasonableng tao, kasi lang siyempre may hangganan. Ngunit kung ang hinaharap naman po ng isang individual ay talaga namang isang dahilan na hindi maiiwasan, siguro po sa susunod na pandinig ng committee hearing, wala na po siguro siyang dahilan para hindi dumalo. Para po ito kay Attorney Zulaika Lopez, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman, Deputy Speaker J.J. Suarez.
Mr. Chair. Kasi natatawa po ako dito talaga sa dokumentong to. Siya lang ba po ba yung pamangkin ng tita niya? Wala na po ba ibang pamangkin? Wala na po ba siyang asawa na padadala? Because we are tackling so much issues about her. And this is a clear evasion, Mr. Chairman. Hindi po to justified, tong letter na to. And at the same time, I'm pretty confused, with this caser permanente. Ngayon ko lang po nakita tong Xerox copy na to that was sent to us. At yung mga status report that being mentioned in here, I think this is not justifiable, Mr. Chairman. Most likely, ginawa lang nila to or whatever. But I hope this is true. Because if this is not true, and we will be able to validate the truthfulness of this report, status report, di ba? Additional problem for her. So, anyway, dahil malaki rin po respeto ko kay DS JJ, sige po, I'll be, hindi naman po ako nag-motion. That is my manifestation, Mr. Chairman. So, I will agree with the position of the whole body, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Insofar as Attorney Zulaika Lopez, maybe we can ask the COMSEC to issue another subpoena, at least, to give her one more chance. Do I hear a motion from the member for the reissuance of subpoena ad testificandum insofar as Attorney Zulaika Lopez only is concerned? Do I hear a motion?
Mr.
So
Chair,
moved, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Congressman Acop.
since we have discussed the situation of Attorney Lopez,
No, we still have to
yes,
move for a
and,
motion.
for humanitarian consideration, may I move that we issue another subpoena to Attorney Zulaika Lopez for the next hearing. So move, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion by Congressman Acop for the reissuance of subpoena ad testificandum insofar as Attorney Zulaika Lopez is concerned. Is there any second to the motion? Duly seconded. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion is carried. Now, insofar as the four others witnesses or resource persons that we already cited in contempt, as far as Edward Fajarda, Attorney Sunshine Fajarda, at sino pa ba? Gina Acosta, and Attorney Limuel Ortoño, we find their excuse as unacceptable, considering the fact that, like for example, in the case of Edward Fajarda, according to him, he is on official travel to monitor inventories and documents on November 10 to 15. However, the subpoena was issued to him and was received by him personally, according to COMSEC, last November 8. So, medyo lame po yung excuse niya. Ganon din po dun sa iba.
Mr. Chair, if I may be recognized.
Yes, Congressman J.J. Suarez, Deputy Speaker.
Binabasa ko po itong pinadala ni Mr. Edward Fajarda. Hindi ko nga alam kung siya nagpadala nito. Basta ang nakasulat lang po dito, ay travel order niya signed by Assistant Chief of Staff Lemuel Ortonio. Am I correct, Comsec, na ito lang po yung pinadala ni Mr. Fajarda?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, in other words, Mr. Chair, wala man lang siyang paliwanag personally or in writing to the committee as to why he is not available today. Rather, what was submitted to the committee was a travel order signed by the Chief of Staff, or does he also have a personal letter signed, sent to the committee, Comsec?
Your Honor, apologies, Your Honor. It is on the last page of the file that you are holding. There's a letter signed by Mr. Edward Fajarda himself. Last page, Your Honor.
Dami kasing excuse, kaya...
May I
medyo
proceed to
makapal
read, Your Honor, to make it easier for the members?
No. We can get to that. Ito. Yeah, so in the same purpose, Mr. Chair, well, thank you that he has sent a letter. In the same purpose, Mr. Chair, I believe that the topic at hand is so important that a trip to Caraga can actually be rescheduled just so that he can attend today's hearing. Natanggap niya naman po yung subpoena sa kanya. At alam niya naman po na previous to the subpoena that was received, he received it also via email. Other than that, he's been invited numerous times to attend the same hearing in the weeks past. So it is my position, Mr. Chair, that with regards to the letter of Mr. Edward Fajarda, this is unacceptable for the committee, Mr. Chair.
Ganun din po sa iba, sa tatlo pa.
Yeah.
Mr. Chair.
Yeah, actually, yun nga,
Mr. Chairman.
actually, yeah, Mr. Chair, Dan Fernandez.
Kasi
Yes, Congressman Dan Fernandez.
I'm reading the certificate of appearance of Attorney Sunshine Chari Fajarda. And the excuse that was mentioned here was nag-appear siya sa Office of the Vice President sa Panay and Negros Island noong November 5 and 9. And attached here, andito po yung mga tickets. Well, ang question po natin, hindi ba nila pwedeng gawin sa ibang araw? Yung kanilang pagbisita doon sa kanilang Panay Negros Island. And at the same time, there are no valid reason why they have to personally visit yung kanila pong opisina doon sa Panay. What is so important in that visitation that was conducted between November 5 and 9? So I think this also evasion, and they're trying to evade our hearings. And nakakalungkot lang po. They're trying to run and hide and not to be with us. So,
And the activities is scheduled on November 5 to 9. Today is November 11.
yes, correct.
So
And-
tapos na yung activities nila.
Yeah, and there's no
dapat
reason,
umattend po siya
to
ngayon.
attend here. And I agree with the DS that this is not acceptable.
In addition, Mr. Chair, doon sa sinabi ni Congressman Fernandez, medyo nakakapagtaka dahil pare-parehas silang umalis. Pare-parehas silang may travel order, pare-parehas silang pinahintulutan na umalis sa araw na may hearing tayo. Now, it makes me think that there's actually a malicious intent behind all these reasons and travel orders given to them just so that they can, again, avoid attending today's hearing, Mr. Chair.
Congressman Isidre.
Mr. Chair, I just want to put it on record, no? Because I remember during the last hearing, the same persons that we've cited in contempt actually made a statement refusing to recognize this committee or refusing to attend to this committee for the reasons as stated in a statement that was read in the previous hearing. I think I want to put it on record that by writing to this committee, they're basically waiving that position and recognizing. Therefore, I see no reason, Mr. Chair, that in subsequent hearings of the committee, they would be excused any longer, since they have already recognized implicitly or explicitly by the correspondence that they submitted, and I concur with the earlier decision to recite the following persons in contempt.
Thank you. Kaya po, meron pa po bang gustong mag-comment? Okay na.
Mr. Chair,
Congressman Acop.
I read the excuse letter of Madam Fajarda, and her reason was he was not able to receive the subpoena. So, ito po yung letter niya eh. I am writing to respectfully inform you that I was not able to receive the subpoena, which was attempted to be served last 8 November 2024. But if we look at the travel order of Attorney Fajarda, it was from 05 to 09 November 2024. So pwedeng wala pa siya kasi nasa travel pa siya. So how do we go about this, Mr. Chair?
Comsec.
Good afternoon, Your Honors. In relation to that, as a report, I would refer to my previous report earlier that despite personal service and their refusal to physically receive the subpoena, the Secretariat made the substituted service through the electronic mails of Attorney Zulaika Lopez and Attorney Sunshine Fajarda. And on the same date, on November 8, 2024, or on it was a Friday, or Your Honor, after sending the electronic mail containing the subpoena ad testificandum, Your Honor, the Secretariat deemed it prudent to ensure that there would be a delivery receipt once it is actually successfully delivered by the house server. So at 1:42 p.m. on November 8, 2024, we received confirmation from the postmaster at ovp.gov.ph, the server of the Office of the Vice President, confirming that our email containing the subpoena ad testificandum has been delivered to the electronic mail of Attorney Sunshine Fajarda at sunshine.fajarda@ovp.gov.ph, Your Honor.
Mr. Chairman, with the indulgence of Chairman ako.
Yes, Congressman Dan Fernandez.
Lagi na pong practice yan eh. They refuse to accept the invitation. No? And this representation wanted to find out who that person is and who ordered him not to accept the invitation.
May I, Your Honor? I'll just look into the report. On November 7, there was on November 8, the person who refused to receive the subpoenas for Attorney Zulaika and Attorney Fajarda per the report of the Legislative Service Bureau. It was certain Attorney Emily Torrentina from the Legislative Affairs Division of the OVP.
Mr. Chairman, can we invite that person as well? And for us to find out why babae ba siya? Oh, ma'am, andito po pala kayo. Why did you refuse to accept the
Your Honor, oath has not been administered. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Chairman, can we administer the oath of those first time that attended this hearing?
Mr. Chair,
Ipautan
if I
natin
may.
silang lahat. Comsec, pwede po ba paki-out na lahat sabay-sabay?
Thank you, Your Honors. To all the resource persons, including Attorney Emily Torrentira, please stand up. including Attorney Emily Torrentira. But since you are willing to testify, Your Honor, and give your statements, Your Honor, it was requested that she will be giving her oath as well, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if I may, respectfully,
Please administer the oath first.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this inquiry, Your Honor? I do. The oath has been administered for the resource persons, Ms. Rabago, Mr. Tenido, Attorney Sanchez, and Ms. Villa del Rey. However, Attorney Emily Torrentira refuses to take her oath, Your Honors.
Mr. Chairman, I'm just wondering why attorney, what's the name of that that person?
Attorney Emily
Emily
Tolentino
Torrentira, Your
refused to
Honor.
raise her hand for the oath taking. Can we ask her why she refuses to take her oath?
may I, Mr. Chair,
You can
Your
all sit down,
Honors.
ma'am. Upo na po.
Thank you.
Bakit
Your
daw po
Honor.
ayaw ninyo mag-take ng oath?
No, Your Honor, I am not refusing to take the oath. Prior to being asked to take the oath, I was trying to explain, Your Honor, that I am not an invited resource person. Second, that I have only been asked now to explain why there was no receipt for subpoena for the persons who are not present here. That is what I am trying to say, Your Honors, respectfully. I just wanted to explain that as part of the Legal Affairs Division of the office, I wanted to explain why we did not receive. In accordance with the rules governing inquiries in aid of legislation, wherein the rules of court suppletorily applies, Rule 14 in relation to Rule 21 of the Rules of Court, Your Honors, personal service must be made to resource persons who are being issued subpoena. With that, Your Honor, they being not present in the office at that time, no person can receive on their behalf, and hence, there will be no proper service. Respectfully, Your Honors.
Well, we accept that that guidelines, no, that you mentioned a while ago. But you all know that this is an aid in aid of legislation, and the reason why we are trying to course this invitation to the office of the president, we discussed this lengthily already, and the testimony of Attorney Lopez is so important to us. And also si Pajarda. And I think, Mr. Chairman, with this kind of explanation that being manifested by Attorney Tolentino, as much as we accept that that premise of her, but somehow we are all guided with moral decency, no? That somehow, sana
Mr. Chairman.
naman, umattend naman po sila dito, kahit na sabihin po natin that, yun nga po, ito po yung sinasabi nung inyong minention a while ago, but I think somehow sa akin personally that is not accepted. And isang tanong lang, attorney, have somebody told you not to accept all those invitations?
No, Your Honor. It was a.
So it
is in accordance with the rules, Your
So
Honor.
it's your own
Attorney,
volition.
we will recognize you later because hindi po kayo nag-take ng oath. Okay na po.
Mr. Chairman.
You've already said your piece.
Thank
Mr.
you, Your
Chairman.
Honor.
Congressman
May I
Paduano,
ask
you're
the
recognized.
good attorney, what is your role in this? You are not invited, but you are present at today's hearing, and you never take your oath.
As
Why?
legal counsel.
What is your presence?
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, I am the Chief of Legal Affairs of the Office of the Vice President.
So,
I am here to represent the institution, Your Honor.
So you are here to represent the institution. You should, before talking, you should take your oath. Because that is on record. You're a lawyer. You know that. You cannot speak unless until you take your oath. That's the rule, internal rules of this House and this committee. You cannot speak unless you take your oath. Or else, I will move to excuse you in this room.
Your Honor, if I may, Mr. Chair.
Point of order, Mr. Chair. Mr.
What is,
Chair,
what is your point of order?
yeah, I take the position of Congressman Paduano. I really don't know why she's here. Has she forwarded any explanation written as to her attendance?
And then, Mr.
Comsec.
Chairman, Mr.
No,
Chairman,
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, a while ago, she was trying to tell us that she is the representative of the office of the Vice President. And if you are the representative of the Vice President, you have this reason to take your oath as well.
No, but, yeah, but other than that, Mr. Chair, before we can even proceed to asking her to take her oath, has she communicated officially to the committee that she is indeed representing the office of the Vice President? Is there any letter that whereby Attorney Tolentino is given authority to represent the office of the Vice President, Comsec?
None, Your Honor.
Did you submit your authority?
If I may, Your Honor, respectfully.
Yes, please.
Mr. Chair, can we just call for a 5-minute suspension? Kausapin muna natin kung ano ba talaga kasi
5-minute suspension
Mr.
declared by the chair.
Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Chairman. Anyway, Mr. Chairman, first and foremost, since the good lawyer has no written authority coming from the Vice President, second is that she never take her oath. So, Mr. Chairman, first, I move that we strike out all, on record, all the statement being made by the good attorney.
Seconded.
There's a motion raised by Congressman Paduano, duly seconded. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion is carried.
And second, Mr. Chairman, I move that we excuse the good lady attorney in this room and to request the SAA to escort the good attorney outside of this room. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Seconded.
There's a motion to excuse the good attorney from this room, which is duly seconded. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion is carried.
Mr. Chair, if I may respectfully request...
You're not, you're out of order. You're not recognized.
Mo, Chair, para hindi siya makapagsalita.
being
Suspend mo.
Suspend ko na lang.
Your Honor,
1 minute suspension. Nakamute. Paki-excuse na lang po yung paki-excuse na lang po muna yung ating abogado.